To save your precious time, today we're diving into the crazy world of Palantir, and trust me, it's about to get wild. We've got tariff wars, defense budget drama, and even some juicy international trade action between Canada and the EU. Oh, and let's not forget Tesla, because who doesn't love a good Tesla twist in a Palantir story? So, buckle up, because we're about to unpack how Palantir's stock soared by over 200% after the US elections, how cost-cutting initiatives in the Trump administration might be impacting Palantir's prospects, and how a potential Tesla and Palantir partnership could send the stock price through the roof. Let's jump in. First off, let's rewind to Election Day. Not only were people possibly glued to their TV screens waiting to see who was going to take the White House, but investors were also glued to their screens, watching the market react to the outcome. And let me tell you, when the dust settled, Palantir's stock went on a massive roller coaster ride, soaring by 200%. Now, why did this happen? Palantir, known for its data analytics and AI-powered solutions, thrives on government contracts, especially ones related to national defense, intelligence, and data processing. And with the Trump administration pushing for a stronger military presence and federal government reforms, Palantir stood to gain big. In fact, Palantir's AI tools have been used in military operations, from counterterrorism to surveillance. As the government continued its ramp-up on defense spending, investors were eager to buy into Palantir, anticipating a flood of new contracts. But here's the twist, it wasn't all smooth sailing. As we'll see, even the good news, like Palantir's stock surge, can quickly get overshadowed by some political turbulence. Alright, so here's where things get a bit spicy. The Trump administration has made it clear that it's cutting costs wherever possible. We're talking budget reductions and streamlining operations. The goal? Reduce unnecessary federal spending, because, hey, who doesn't want to save a few bucks, right? One of the most prominent cost-cutting initiatives has been focused on the Department of Defense, DoD. With a $850 billion annual budget, the DoD is one of the biggest chunks of the federal government's expenditures. That's a lot of zeros. And guess who has a possible huge presence in defense contracts? Yep, Palantir. So, when the Trump administration starts focusing on trimming the fat, especially within the DoD, investors started to wonder, does this mean less business for Palantir? The Department of Defense has always been a key player for Palantir, so when cost-cutting starts happening, you better believe Palantir investors were glued to their phones, checking the news like it was Black Friday. Everyone wanted to possibly know if this was going to hurt the company. But wait, there's more. Hegseth, a key figure in the administration's cost-cutting push, has announced plans to cut over 5,000 civilian workers from the DoD payroll. If you're not familiar with Hegseth, let's just say he's been pushing to streamline the workforce and reorganize to save some serious cash. Investors didn't possibly love the idea of a reduced workforce in the defense sector, fearing that it might impact Palantir's contracts, less people, fewer contracts, less money, right? For Palantir, a huge chunk comes from government contracts, particularly in the intelligence and defense sectors, so this cutting spree felt like a red flag to some investors. Palantir's stock took a temporary hit, as people worried that fewer employees in the government meant fewer opportunities for the company. But here's the thing, the plot thickens, and things are about to get interesting. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you've commented, let's continue. But wait. Please support us by becoming a member of our channel. We highly appreciate. Canada's EV deal, tariff wars heating up. Okay, let's switch gears for a second and talk about something that's got almost everyone talking, Canada's EV deal with the EU. This deal came out of nowhere and caused shockwaves across the markets. With the looming threat of 100% tariffs on Canadian vehicles and metals, Canada wasn't about to take this lying down. Now, what does this have to do with Palantir, you ask? Well, the deal came after Canada plans to target Tesla with a surgical 100% tariff on its products. Yeah, you heard that right, 100% tariff. The Canadian government has decided to hit Tesla where it hurts, and trust me, Elon Musk is probably not thrilled about this. So why Tesla? Canada is playing hardball with the US, and this tariff is their way of saying, you want to play rough? We'll play rough too. Now, if Canada and the EU solidify their relationship under CETA, the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, they could potentially cut ties with the US and pivot towards the EU for trade. And that's where things start to get interesting. Could Canada ditch its $900 billion trade lifeline? Now, let's talk about whether Canada could actually ditch its $900 billion trade lifeline with the US and pivot to the EU. On the surface, this might sound crazy. Canada and the US have a long-standing trade relationship. But with tariff threats and trade wars, things are getting unpredictable. If Canada chooses to go all in with the EU, they could be looking at new opportunities in green tech, electric vehicles, and even AI. Now, let's say Canada goes full throttle on this EU trade partnership. What would this mean for Tesla? It could lead to Tesla needing to cut costs and become more efficient, especially if those tariffs hit hard. And if there's one thing Tesla knows how to do, it's finding ways to cut costs and improve efficiency. Here's where it gets juicy. Palantir's AI platform, specifically AIP, artificial intelligence platform, could be the key to helping Tesla with its efficiency goals. Tesla could use Palantir's cutting-edge data analytics and AI to streamline operations, optimize production, and enhance decision-making. Think about it, Palantir's platform could help Tesla make data-driven decisions, making them smarter and faster in a world where they need to adapt quickly to a changing market. Alright, here's the cherry on top of this financial sundae, a Palantir-Tesla partnership. Imagine this. If Tesla starts relying on Palantir's AIP to become more efficient in response to tariffs and market pressures, Palantir could find itself at the center of a major partnership. And when the market catches wind of this potential collaboration, you can bet that Palantir's stock will soar, potentially hitting $970 plus in the process. Now, let's take a moment to visualize that. Imagine Elon Musk tweeting about a new partnership with Palantir, with both companies coming together to tackle AI-driven efficiency. The stock market goes wild, Palantir gets a massive influx of investment, and Palantir's stock rockets upwards. Yeah, I know, it sounds like a stock trader's dream, but when you think about it, it's actually possible. So, what's next for Palantir? The company has been riding high after the US elections, with its stock soaring thanks to the political climate and defense spending. But now, with the Trump administration's cost-cutting initiatives, the tariff wars, and the potential for a Palantir-Tesla partnership, the road ahead is exciting and uncertain. Whether the company can weather the storm or capitalize on new opportunities, like the potential Tesla deal, is anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure, Palantir is positioned for success in a world where data and AI are the future. As always, do your own research, make your own investment decisions, and remember that anything can happen in the stock market. Sometimes, it's a roller coaster, and sometimes, it's a straight shot to the moon. It's our privilege that God, the creator of heaven and earth, will bless us abundantly, make us the head and not the tail if we love Him and obey His commandments. Please acknowledge Him in your plans and He will direct your paths. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. Want more information? Please check the description section. Also again, I invite you support us by becoming a member. Link in the description section. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. There are 3 more important steps to build wealth. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you highly motivate me to continue bringing to you educative and transformative videos every week. Do not miss out on our future videos full of knowledge and wisdom. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today, your support is appreciated so much. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Thank you, see you in the next video by God's grace. We love you, and blessings to you.